I'm Elena, a functional nutritionist and gut health practitioner. Through personal experience, it has become my life's purpose to help others radiate their light through wellness. I want to help you evade burnout, revitalize your energy, boost your mood, and calm your mind so that you can have a strong presence with loved ones, increase your confidence, and enjoy life to the full. The best part? By supporting the women of today, I contribute 10% to the education of the women of tomorrow. With a new world of technology enabling work and personal life integration even more, there has never been a time where conscious effort and prioritization of our wellness has been this important. That's why I'm committed to support you in your gut and wellness makeover. With dedication and can-do attitude, anything is possible. So let's dive in. Do you eat in front of the TV or your laptop? Scoff your food down between meetings, or perhaps eat on the go? We all have habits around food, and some of these are positive and some literally work against us and our health and wellness. In this podcast episode, we talk about how we may develop habits over time, the most common poor habits I see in clients, the impact of poor habits, as well as one key technique that may help you replace your poor habit with a positive one. Now, we tend to adopt poor habits around food in two key ways. Although these are not the only ways we adopt habits around food, they appear to be the most common ways that clients I have worked with have developed poor habits around food. First is our upbringing, what we learn from our parents, family, community, and our way of living at the time. For instance, did you or your family have a routine to all be around the dining table each evening, or did you all eat separately? Did you eat alone or with family in front of the TV? This learned behavior continues into our adulthood without realizing. Second, our adult life busyness. Are you too busy to eat? Or do you forget to eat? Or do you scoff your food down between meetings, or perhaps have a working lunch? These habits tend to be developed because of the rush to get things done and to get through the to-do list for the day, and usually because we prioritize work over our wellness. Most of my clients have developed their habits around food in these two ways. However, another that I see is the habit we adopt from our partner once we are in a long-term relationship, that is. Although less common, I see it happening as clients get comfortable in their relationship and adopt habits without realizing until they gain weight. Now, some of the most common poor habits that I see are eating in front of the TV, being distracted while eating with a phone or in front of the laptop, not drinking enough water, or drinking juice, soft drinks, and considering it part of their water consumption, not chewing their food, rushing through meals, scoffing it down, skipping meals, eating on the go, eating often with a 2-hour window thinking it's going to help them with weight loss, and not eating all day then having a huge portion in the evening. Now, you may want to reflect on what habits you have learned or adopted over the years, from your childhood to your adulthood. Where do your habits come from? And do they serve you and your relationship with food? Is this list relatable, or have you adopted different habits around food? These are all great reflection points. The reality is our habits around food impact our relationship with food over time. All these poor habits over time can contribute to treating our body like a fuel tank rather than seeing food as a great source to provide our body with nutrients and energy. Eating healthy food in a healthy context goes beyond consuming the right amount of food, and with the right habits, it can contribute to how healthy our relationships are with ourselves and others through the experience we provide for ourselves and others around food and the dining table. The habits we have around food affect us in 3 ways. Mindful eaters, allow our body to register true hunger, and support our digestive health. A little bit about each. Mindful eaters, so being aware of what and how much we consume whilst actually enjoying our meals, or do we treat our body like a fuel tank, loading it with energy in an unhealthy way just to keep going? Second, allow our body to register true hunger. Sometimes when we don't drink enough water, we think we're hungry, but actually our body is just dehydrated. And third, support our digestive health. When we scoff our food down, we make it harder for our body to digest food. And when we eat every 2 hours, we interrupt the digestive process. Now, you may have heard that with the awareness of a habit means you are 90% there. To support the additional 10%, there is actually a behavioral science technique called making a social commitment. For instance, if you decide the habit you want to change is to avoid eating in front of the TV and rather replace it with creating an experience around the dining table, you may communicate this to your household as a social commitment. Because when we make a social commitment, we are more likely to follow through. Plus, who knows, maybe you'll help them shift their poor habit around food too. Now, if you live alone, you can still do this by communicating your commitment to a colleague or a friend, so when they ask you, you can tell them you are rocking it. In my Wellness Makeover program, this is one of the topics we cover with 3 key techniques that can help you eliminate poor habits and nourish your gut and wellness with positive habits around food. Now, if you'd like to take a holistic approach to heal your grumpy gut or achieve your weight goals, DM me on Instagram for more information on the Wellness Makeover program. And to get you started on focusing on your gut, download my free guide, 3 steps to get to the root of your bloating, from wellnesswithelena.com/podcast. Both links are in the description of this episode. As ever, have a gut healthy and wellness week. Thank you for taking the time and tuning in to today's podcast episode. To get a notification for when the next episode is available, hit subscribe. I hope you all have a healthy gut and wellness week.